At least 2 people are vocal about it. Hello, everybody! Welcome to the Zelda Randomizer tournament. Ategenos versus Drakhatos. I am one of your hosts, JamEvil. Joined today with me is my fabulous friend, Crimson Evix. How are you doing today, bud?
I'm doing excellent.
You ready to get some Zelda?
Yeah, absolutely. Got to rush home just watch our first round 4 matchup between 2 3-0 people. So that's awesome.
That's right. Round 4 has begun today. This is the first official match of round 4, excuse me. And it should be a really good one. Both these players are 3-0 as far as I know, right? And then this matchup decides as far as it goes. They're both in the single elimination tournament bracket, so this helps them place their seeding in that bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both will be in, but if you have 4-0, you're guaranteed one of the top 3 seeds, which will definitely give you a first round bye. Otherwise, you may fall into that tie-breaking procedure where you may or may not get it. So definitely still a lot into this race, even though both are already in that next bracket.
All right, awesome. It looks like we'll be getting underway in just a few minutes here, just a few moments actually. And I'm looking forward to what the outcome of this match is going to be, regardless of placement. I just want to know, what are we going to be dealing with today? Is it going to be a standard vanilla seed, or is it going to be the most terrible, most convoluted randomizer of the tournament? Or somewhere in between. I'm really hoping for one of the extremes, though.
Oh, absolutely. And not only that, but it's also interesting because we have Ategenos, who is actually one of the most consistent randomizer players in the entire community. And then we have Drakhatos, who is relatively unknown. He hasn't done a lot of races and has put on quite a show so far. So that's going to be interesting in itself, is just the contrast between the 2 runners.
Indeed, Crimson Evix, indeed. I am getting the word from the IRC that we have about 10 seconds plus a Twitch delay before this race is underway. So buckle your seatbelts, folks. We're in for a crazy ride. Also, if you're driving, you shouldn't be typing right now. But keep that seatbelt buckled. And it looks like we are off, and they're into the first cave, which reveals a beautiful choice of a candle or wood sword. Both choosing sword.
And both going in the same direction, heading over towards level 3. Drakhatos is going to check the caves around here, while it looks like Genos is making a beeline for 3 to see if it is vanilla overworld.
And that pays off in dividends, because what he does find behind that level 3 is a level 3, but it looks like it's key block to the left, which also signifies that it's possibly could be normal dungeon layouts and not shapes.
Yeah, it does look like we have normal dungeon, and we do have shuffled room drops because we have the map in the Triforce from there. So, and the map does verify we have normal shapes. So a lot of vanilla going on so far.
I'm okay with vanilla. There could still be a lot of crazy puzzles in vanilla where you require some sort of item to advance through a level that you could normally advance in vanilla without it. Like we just saw on Ategenos' side, he could not advance any further in level 3 because he was wrath blocked. So he's going to have to wait until he finds that beautiful piece of wood to cross that moat.
And by raft, of course, Jamie means ladder blocked, but
no.
Yeah, so
raft.
we do have the.
It's a new trick, I promise.
Raft clipping, awesome.
Oh, and a nice yellow level 1 over at level 1 spot. So that way we can confirm that overworld locations are not shuffled at this point.
Now, we did also see Northwest's start was a shop on Drakhatos' side. So we are looking at vanilla overworld. So yeah, should be fairly quick. And there's the Triforce on Genos' side, but we'll continue on in level 1.
Oh yeah, there's 2 items in level 1, so you definitely want to go through it and try to find as much as you can. It looks like he just picked up a heart container. Drakhatos is going with the opposite strategy, though, grabbing the Triforce and maybe going to come back in for the items, maybe going to just Triforce and go. We'll see.
Now, also, Jamie, I want you to take notice that we do have the possibility of 0 HP enemies because the Salphas were going down in one swing of the sword. So there's a good chance that we have 0 HP enemies. So that is a good magic boomerang pickup on Ategenos' side if that's the case.
Absolutely. Wow. And we find a wand as the second item. This level 1 is definitely weapon heavy. Man, at this point, you got to think to yourself, should I do a retry, grab the candle and head back to 1 real quick and just do that? Or should I just continue on?
I mean, we're only 3.5 minutes in. 1 is very, very straightforward. Although it did require a few keys, but yeah, I would definitely consider retrying for the candle at this point, just so you ensure yourself that candle. Looks like we have Ategenos heading over towards the Armos to see if the Armos item is still there, which it is not. So our Armos item has been shuffled.
So we're seeing some vanilla-esque portions of this game, and we're seeing the intensity of Randomizer that is item shuffling and room shuffling, even though the dungeon layouts weren't shuffled. Or I'm sorry, the layouts are shuffled, but the maps themselves are not. So still going to be a pretty fun scene for them to attack and see what they do with these options they were presented.
Yeah, we did have Drakhatos stop by one of the gift shops to pick up his candle. So instead of upping, he just chose to take one there, which is not a bad idea with 0 HP enemy for going one of the hearts there. You're not too concerned about magic sword at this point.
Oh, absolutely not. Not with 0 HP enemies. Everything goes down super quick. Something Lindsay Lohan. That's the end of that.
We do have
a reconvergence of routes.
Yeah, we do have the power bracelet get from both. Yes.
That's sync though.
And it does look like we're on just first quest overworld. With level 2 being like this, that would be my guess, is that it's all first quest.
Yeah, at this point, it's very unlikely that there is any mixed or second going on. Still not completely impossible, I don't think. We haven't seen few locations, or no, one other location. But it's regardless, you're probably right.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, if it is mixed quest, I don't believe that levels will actually default to their traditional locations, just because the possibility of one of them being blocked, but I may be wrong.
So level 2 not being terribly difficult so far, especially with the 0 HP enemies. Ategenos finding his way up into the middle of the dungeon there, passed up what was presumably a Triforce in that last room. I didn't quite catch it. I thought I saw something flashing.
Possibly, but meeting another ladder block.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. The Triforce is up north. I have the markers on his mini-map switched around in my head. The flashing one is the booty. He is, what is this tunic color? That's like a dark bluish green.
Yeah, I would say it's a really deep teal.
Deep teal. An excellent choice.
I do like that color tunic, so I will support it.
And interesting to note on the other side, Drakhatos, he's going with the Dark Knight. I believe he did Dark Knight every time this tournament. He's continuing to play as a Dark Knight.
Yes, he is, and he did just pick up the recorder as well. So, nice quick level 2. A good item comes out of it because we know that item will be required to get into level 7 at a later point too.
That is correct. And getting the whistle nice and early like this, especially with a few Triforce piece pickups, they're going to be able to fast travel to and from these different dungeons if they need to head back.
And Ategenos is right behind him, leaving level 2. Probably will make the same play as Drakhatos, heading down towards level 8 if he already picked up his candle.
Yeah, when things are vanilla like this, your route is already kind of like established for you. You just have to like, there's a few choices that you can make. You could either, go into level 8 and end up, getting ladder block, because there are a lot of ladder block rooms and there are a lot of those penalty box rooms that you see Drakhatos in right now. And there's also the Chevy room that could block you out, and you play a real big risk-reward game with level 8. Dangerous enemies, that do a lot of damage, potential blocks, but 2 items in that dungeon.
Correct. And speaking of dangerous enemies, well, maybe not so dangerous in 0 HP, but we do have a Dark Knight site in level 8 for Drakhatos. So my guess is that dungeon enemies are not shuffled.
Yeah, that's 4 for 4 that we've seen that all have their standard enemy set up. So I would have to concur with your analysis of that randomization flag not being selected. Man, I love these rooms. The 3 Dodongo rooms are definitely a fun little bomb recharge type room, but when they have the fireballs in there, they could be a little hairy. One could bop you out of the way. You can misplace some bombs. I've seen a lot of runners during this tournament lose more bombs than gain them from Dodongos, just not getting correct placement or having just bad luck.
Yeah. And Coast item might actually be an important item this time around because we just see the heart container in level 8. So we know that the heart container has been shuffled. So both runners will have to check out the coast at some point to see what that item is.
I sure hope it's not the raft. Or the ladder. But they both do the same thing anyway, right?
They should.
So Gino's actually opted to go to level 5 while Drakhatos is now still deep in level 8. So we definitely saw a route divergence here. And neither runner specifically getting any advantage just yet. Level 8 looks like it's going to be a long, meticulous 8. So Drakhatos having that little head start, that little extra knowledge coming in here is going to give him a tiny advantage at this point.
Yeah, I think Genos went up to level 5 because he had yet to stop in and grab a candle. So going to level 5 is the correct play from here. He can always whistle back to 2 once he finds a candle and head into 8 afterwards.
Ooh, something to note. I'm pretty sure on Drakhatos' side, he didn't pluck the wand out of level 1, so he doesn't have that extra little bit of range on his attacks and that constant ranged weapon when he is not at full hearts. So I forgot all about that wand until I saw Genos put good work into it, good use out of it in level 5 here.
Yeah, interesting choice that he wouldn't search for the second item in 1 or possibly not pick it up if he saw it.
Yeah, I believe he just grabbed the Triforce after finding the, he saw the magic boomerang, and I think he just grabbed the Triforce after that and left. He knows that there's another item available in one. He might have to come back there at a later time if he continues to get blocked, like he did in level 3.
Yeah, chat is saying that Drakhatos did pick up the wand. If he did, he may just be electing not to use it so he can have bombs out consistently. And we have 0 HP bosses too. Wow.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's 2 for 2 there. So the wand is not even a specific advantage, even if he did pick it up or not. So I guess he just wasn't using it. I thought I saw him cycle through when I pressed start, and I thought I didn't see it. But if he did, I believe chat. They're very attuned to these races. They get to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And man, they've been super helpful. So big shout outs to you guys in chat for always keeping us in check.
On Drakhatos' side, we find out that Ategenos is going to have to grab a blue candle somewhere because the red candle is in level 8.
Oh, yeah. Well, Drakhatos picked up a candle pretty early as well, but having a red candle is a pretty good weapon. We've seen it get a lot of use in non-zero HP seeds. It could be somewhat useful here in a 0 HP seed too, but it all depends on how you want to use it.
NSU room without ladders, kind of an annoying room to get a clock in.
Yeah, because you have to travel all over the place just to kill the enemies, especially if there's a shutter door in there. Not fun. You'd rather the enemies come to you, or sometimes they run away too. So it's 6-1, I think, at that point. We have a magic key find over on Ategenos' side, and Drakhatos gets the Triforce in level 8. So magic key is huge. He wasn't too well off on keys, but this seems to be a key-friendly seat anyway. So if Drakhatos doesn't end up searching for the item in level 5, he might not be punished as bad.
Yeah, when you find the Ana key, you prefer to find it early in a seed just because it is going to allow you to avoid having to do room pickups and stuff like that. And the coast item is the boomerang, so neither runner will be coming back for that.
Yeah, no, I was about to say I sure could go for a piece of fruit right now, but it looks like we're gonna have to stick with our moldy old blue banana as the only banana of the seed so far. Yeah, I don't expect either of them to head back to the coast at any point to pick up that boomerang. Unfortunately.
I mean, Ategenos could go pick it up, but none of us would ever know he did.
Right, you're right. Yeah, maybe if he world wraps. Nope, he's going right here. I was about to say if he went to the oh no, actually he's going back. If he goes to the west first and clears out the west, he might, and finds the ladder, goes to 3, he might world wrap over to 8, but no, now he's going back east. Make up your mind.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna grab the candle from this gift shop along the coast and then head right up into 8.
Yeah, not a bad play at all, especially if you need a candle and you haven't seen the candle shop yet. So.
And so we're basically gonna be swapping dungeons here. We have Drakhatos heading to level 5 and Ategenos heading to level 8 eventually. He's probably gonna go check the coast item first. And it looks like they're going to have to go to 6 or 7 for the ladder then, because those are the only places it can be. Or it could be in 4 and they have to get the raft first.
Oh boy, that would definitely be entertaining if it was raft block. Raft was deep in level 7, which required the whistle first. And yeah, that's just definitely what people have been calling the chain reaction seed. I just call it a normal Zelda Randomizer seed in my book.
Yeah, they're always the more entertaining ones to watch anyway.
Yeah, you gotta expect things like that to happen. Like, you have to come into it consciously. Like, everything is going to be blocked behind something, so make sure that you find it. The beauty of these matches and these tournaments and randomizer in general is that the random part and the luck factor are definitely big plays in the game. You can do as much as you can to minimize the amount of luck in the game, but it all comes down to, routing, probability, and just doing everything on the fly. And we've seen some of the best runners in the world perform in these tournaments.
Yeah. Zarnak's bringing up a good point. Ategenos did not actually check the white sword item after he finished 5. And that could very well be the ladder.
Could also be a white sword.
Yes, it could.
I think it's 50-50 at this point, right?
Could be the book.
It could be the raft.
It could.
It could.
And actually, I think your odds are a little bit higher than 50-50 for white sword in the white sword cave.
Okay. Nope, I don't math. No. Only when I'm in.
But
class.
I will not make you do any math, Jamie.
Not doing math. Sorry. It's like 51.875%. So run with it. Ategenos finding the heart container. Nope's out of the heart container. Going with the 4 heart strat. Is he just going for the troll? I think he's going for the troll. The straight up beam sword strats. He knows that the enemies are 0 HP. He knows that the bosses are 0 HP. So yeah, he's just going with the 4 heart strat for now.
And people are saying that us not doing math is boring. So if they won, it's about a 56% chance that white sword would be in the white sword cave.
Oh, take your 6%.
Before we find any other items. I'm not doing the math.
Man, we've seen nothing but craziness happen when people take the low heart strats on 0 HP seeds. And Ategenos being a very skilled player, man, I'm just excited to see if he's going to pull it off. If he's going to stick to his guns like we've seen with Zarnax 42 and just stick with those hearts until the end, regardless of what happens. Well then, that would definitely be entertaining.
Yeah, if he's going for the low heart strats, he's probably actually hoping to find an old man that wants one of his heart containers.
Oh, and takes one away. Yeah, that would be the ultimate low heart strat.
Could also be referred to as the Uno strats because he has been employing them a lot in this randomizer tournament. And we do have the key get on Drakhatos' side, so we grab the Triforce out of 5 and leaving. And hopefully checking the white sword cave.
Yeah, inquiring minds want to know, that's for sure. Leaving us in suspense like that was just not nice. Yeah, I honestly, I hope that it doesn't bite him in the rear, taking low hearts and then having like a 6 heart ladder block, being the white sword item. Gino's finding that red candle now.
Yeah, not too happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big advocate for the red candle, but on 0 HP seed, it's just not as useful, and at this point, he's trying to save as many seconds as possible. 4 to 3 Triforces at this point. Ategenos is now on his way to pick up his 4th Triforce out of level 8, as Drakhatos is making his way, looks like, possibly to level 6? No, I'm sorry, 7. If he has the whistle.
So Drakhatos did not check the white sword item either, so...
yeah, suspense.
I guess both of them are banking on it actually being the white sword there. Also interesting, if it is the white sword, we have 4 items left in dungeons to find, and 3 of them are items that cannot be in 9. We have the bow, the ladder, and the raft to find yet.
Mm-hmm. So we're bound to see some sort of craziness happen here. Strap in, folks. We're in for a ride. We have a preemptive arrow purchase on Drakhatos' side, but he's I guess hoping to find a bow, or if there's a potential ladder block, he is now, potential bow block with a Goma. Ugh. Now I'm mixing up ladder with bow and raft with ladder. What's going on with me today, Crimson?
Just make a raft out of bows, and you got all three covered.
Oh, man. You never run out. Oh, this one broke? Here, grab another one. Let's sail. Oh, Link. Oh, both these guys heading to 7. Reconvergence of routes. Let's go. This race is
like
on.
the sync is insanely real.
Yeah, this is like this is as close as it gets, folks.
Divergence in path. Ategenos chooses to dive immediately into 7 while Drakhatos sees if he can get the bomb wall to the north to open up. That's about the only divergence so far, though.
Yep, it's all come down to little choices at this point. Every little choice makes a difference in especially a 33 room level 7, is that right? Woo.
Yeah, although with 0 HP enemies, you can't really call it hell.
I didn't.
Oh, I know.
That's a Lazanism.
Just avoiding that Lazanism as soon as possible.
Oh. And there we go. The money. Oh man. He had the choice of the money or the heart.
Should have left the life.
He chose the keys. I'm sorry, keys or the heart. Wow. See him now mixing up keys and money.
And not only that, but that was a completely trolly old man there because, well, he left the keys and ended up walking right into the shoot room.
Then there's a block shoot room too, so not enough. We have Staphos.
And it seems like level 7.
Nope.
Yeah, level 7 wants to be rather linear today, too.
One way, no turns. Make a wrong turn, get stuck in a room. What is going on in this room that Ategenos is in? He can't get out. What is going on? Oh, it's the shoot room. He lights it up and realizes. I got confused too. Didn't he go south into that room? Or no?
No, he came from the south the second time. The first time he went in. So, do they have to go back and look for a staircase now?
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to go. They're gonna have to find that one room that they're missing. I think it's the one south or west of the room that Genos was just in. He's gonna have to bomb southward into it, or is that just a troll staircase to that room? I don't even know. This level 7 looks rough.
Yeah, I think they have to bomb south into that room just to get to the north.
Oh, look at that. The entrance is offset.
Oh.
We were all offset there. There was a whole nother column to the west. Wow. I didn't even notice that. Neither should they. I think Genos caught on, and I think Drakhatos is now catching on to that fact. A little bit of a facepalm moment there for everyone involved.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't really see where Genos is on his mini-map because, well, his color blends in so well to the black background.
Yeah, it seems like a little tiny dot there on the map. I'm just like, I gotta squint, or I could like double-click, make it full screen real quick, and look at it. Hopefully we. Nope, that was definitely not an item room. And Genos opts to nope out of there. He might.
Fred did not make ropes weak to noise yet, so that recorder shot will not work on the ropes.
No, not yet. Maybe one day. Who knows? There's many different directions that this randomizer could go in, and I know the creator, Fred Coughlin, absolutely loves when you make suggestions to him because he is definitely the go-to guy for problem solving. So if you if you have an idea that you want to make Zelda Randomizer better, I think you can just go to the actual Zelda Randomizer website. Isn't there a little submission there for,
the submissions are for hints and everything else, but I'm sure if you just drop Fred a message in Twitch or Twitter or something like that, we'll more than listen to it.
Yeah, I just didn't want to send like 800 people to go whisper at Fred Coughlin on Twitch. But anyway, yeah, go ahead and do that. He'll love it.
If you're going to do that, just make sure to give him a follow first.
Yeah, and then tell him everything that's wrong with the program. That's what he loves to hear. This level 7 is going on forever, it seems. Ategenos now all the way on the top portion there, and picked up a heart container, so he's abandoning the 4-heart strat, going with the 5-heart. We'll see if that's what he's going to stick with now.
And since they are both full clearing 7 now, looking for this item, they will find out that raft is in 6 and ladder's in 4.
Oh no, but the eastern path there is blocked off. I think there's only one other option to go east portion of the northern side, and that might have to be the passage or a ladder. So we'll see. Gino's now going back into the passage that he noped out of before. Hopefully this does bring him to a new part of the dungeon. Yeah, it sure does. Man, there's a lot of dark rooms in this level 7.
A lot of spiders too, or crabs, or whatever they are.
I always thought that they were crabs when I was a kid, and then I played Ocarina of Time, and they call Goma the parasitic arachnid, I believe is his title. So he is
it is.
an arachnid fan.
And also, Ategenos finding that reverse C in its normal spot up in the tip of the nose, and, well, it dropped an item, so no item there.
Nope. Man, this level 7 is just time-consuming for both of these guys. They've been in here for quite a while. They came in at the same time, are still exploring. I think Genos has explored a tiny bit more than Drakhatos has, but there's not much left.
No, not at all.
Look at what we find.
Zelda's room.
What does that mean, Crimson, when we see Zelda's room outside of level 9?
That means when we get into level 9, Zelda and, Ganon's room being directly south is kind of funny too. Right. But Zelda and Ganon will not be in their normal room, so Zelda will be accessible from possibly any direction.
That's crazy. That is just crazy. It looks like Ategenos I don't know if he meant to pick up that Triforce, but he picked it up regardless. We'll see if he just keeps going on or if he's going to come back. I think he's just going to go at this point. He spent enough time in level 7. It kicked him in the butt, and he's just going to, cut his losses at this point. Come back. He could always whistle right back there anyway.
Yeah, I think he was ladder blocked from the remainder of level 7 anyway. So even more, now we'll probably see Bo be in 7, and they'll have to actually return to 7 to get it.
Oh man, this is gonna be intense. This is gonna be awesome. So it has to be at this point, right? Level 6 has to have the ladder. Level 3 has to have the raft, and then the bow is either in 4 or 7. Or that's
or
it. Right?
Level 6 could have the raft. Level 4 could have the ladder, and then level 3 could have a troll item.
That's even crazier. Oh man, I really hope that something like that happens. These guys, that's the last thing that these guys would want, but I want to see the entertainment. I want to see the struggle before they succeed in this seed. It's definitely a much more triumphant victory when it's a struggle as opposed to a breeze. So this is turning out to be a little bit of that right now.
Yeah, so our next brings up a really good troll too. If the white sword would be in 6, and they would realize they have to go up and get the white sword item, whatever it is. To
Oh,
progress.
please. Oh, please be that. Oh, man. I would be the happiest guy in the world if that happened.
Level 3 is immediately ladder block, Dave, so neither could get it through there.
Not without the raft.
Right. They need the raft to get through 3 somehow.
Yes. Oh, man. So this moat room with these red wizrobes is a little rough. Not bad on 0 HP, but if it wasn't, that could be a little challenging. Those red wizrobes can always get you in a corner there if you only have one tile to move.
Yeah, wizrobes are always less of a off-putting say, we have ladder.
Oh, man. Ategenos picks up the raft.
I mean, they still might have to return to level 7 if the raft is in 7. So
yeah, absolutely.
But luckily for both of them, level 3 and level 7 are right by each other, so they'll know quickly which level they have to search for the raft.
Yeah. Ategenos is just a ladder and a Triforce ahead at this point. Drakhatos hot on his heels, going for the same concept. He passed up the Triforce, knows that he needs items, and is going to go for it. He's going to be rewarded with the ladder as long as he persists here.
So we see a Triforce design on Ategenos' side that you hardly ever see, with both the bottom corners missing. Oh man, and he screwed up his screen scroll. Walked a little too far and clipped out of the mountainside.
Oh no, that is sometimes a problem. Sometimes a problem. Not too bad though, so because he can just up A and go right back. We have a ladder pick up over Drakhatos' side. Yep, I know you were just about to say that. I was reading your mind. That's what fellow commentation is all about.
Yes. So Ategenos decides to go into level 3 first. Not a bad choice. He already has most of 7 explored, so he knows if he has to return there, exactly where he has to go, but he needs Triforce out of 3 anyway, so why not search that first?
Level 3, yeah, it's a lot shorter. He does have level 7 explored, but it does take a long time to just travel all the way back through there, especially when it was such a linear level 7. So taking the chance to go into level 3, only 2 rooms away is the item room. We're rewarded with a heart container. A heart container, the item, which is the raft, and he's going to just go 2 screens out to get the Triforce. What an amazing level 3 and a good choice by Ategenos. Drakhatos making the same decision, just 1 level behind it.
And now we will see, I believe Ategenos will make the play to go to level 4. He'll search to see if Bo is there, since he has cleared anyway, and if not, then both runners will probably return to level 7 rather than gambling on getting enough being required with only 2 rooms left to explore in level 7.
I'm in complete concurrence with that. Drakhatos
I like being able to predict what the runners are going to do.
Yeah, and you are pretty darn good at it too. That's for sure, from what we've seen.
And I believe what you're going to say is Drakhatos is going the wrong way.
Yeah, basically, exploring the whole west side of the dungeon, it's going to cost him a little extra time here, giving Ategenos just a little bit more advantage now, heading into level 4. He's just 1 Triforce piece away from level 9, folks. Wow, there you go.
And we have Rupee Boss guarding the bow. So at this point, my guess is Silver Arrows and Red Ring will probably be 9, which would result in, I believe, if White Sword was not shuffled, the book being in level 7. So yeah, we at this point basically have an idea of what all of our items are. So we will see Ategenos look for the Triforce, and once he grabs it, head to level 9.
Yes, that's what the game wants you to think. The game's like, oh yes, Red Ring and Silver Arrows are most likely at 9 at this point. It's probably like a 98.312% chance. But that 1% chance that level 7 actually is holding the Silver Arrows could come back to bite Ategenos in the bum later on. Highly unlikely.
Book and White Sword at 9.
It could be. It could be Book and White Sword. It could be Silver Arrows, the White Sword item. Still, Red Ring is in level 7. Finally, Drakhatos runs into the raft ladder and goes to pick up the Triforce at this point. So about 8 was it 1, 2, 3, 4? About 12 screen transitions away from Ategenos.
We'll see if he makes a play for 7 or makes the play for 4, I should say, or if he returns to level 7 first. I would probably think 4.
Yeah, you have to at this point. I mean, you just need that one last Triforce. You're in go mode. Everything's coming up Millhouse. You got to go for it.
And let's not forget that the dungeons are shuffled and Zelda and Ganon are not in the room. So even though Ategenos does have maybe a 2-minute lead at this point, it does not mean that this race is anywhere close to over.
Oh, absolutely not. Level 9 can definitely be a deciding factor in this race. Level 9 is a huge dungeon with multiple passages. Number of times has a distinct block in it somewhere. We haven't seen Grumbles, have we? So Grumbles could be in there somewhere blocking off a path. You never know. This seed could still be bait required.
Now watch, Stanley. We find Grumbles early on in the dungeon. Both runners leave for the bait. They go out and then they realize that Silver Arrows is the White Sword item, so they have to leave again.
Oh no. Man, that would be great, but man, it doesn't happen that way. The statistics never pan out that way, and I want to see it here in this race. We're gonna see right now as Ategenos whistles his way to 1 and makes the arduous journey. No, never mind. He's gonna go south. He's gonna grab probably a potion from this. Pick any.
The gift shop.
Yeah, there we go. The gift shop. I like that. Hyrulean gift shop. And now he'll make the arduous and treacherous journey all the way up Death Mountain to Spectacle Rock.
Now, Drakhatos can save a little bit of time if he manages to find the Triforce a little bit quicker than Genos did in 4. He already did get the bow, so he is just looking for that Triforce now.
Oh yeah, and he could also make up a little bit of time if he doesn't go and grab a potion and just go straight up to level 9 there. We're going to have to see what his choices are after he leaves this dungeon. Over on Ategenos' side, he's making quick work of those pancakes. Must have been hungry. Put a little Aunt Jemima on there. So I'm listening over on Ategenos' side, so if I hear again, and I will let you guys know for sure.
Thank you, Jeremy. That's rather nice of you.
Oh, you know, it's the least I can. I listen for pigs.
Now, Genos using the typical strategy as well. Instead of jumping back and forth between rooms, he's just running up one straight column, because basically that's covering 3 columns for him for listening for Ganon, because he can hear what's on the left or right. And also, he will clear out this room to see if that shutter door opens, because if it wouldn't open, he would know that Ganon is required and that Zelda was behind there.
Yep, well, now he's deciding to take passages. It's definitely a change up of strategy here, and actually just brought him back to the beginning. Not a bad spit out there, because you want to explore as much as you can without having to stop, and that'll actually set him up to go west in this dungeon as opposed to north, which he should be able to dig out a good chunk of this dungeon well before Drakhatos even enters it now. Oh, and we have a Ganon hearing over one screen to to the west of the entrance there, of the old man room. Yep, so Piggy right by his start. So that means the pig has to be, Ganon has to be 2 rooms to the west, because we would have heard him if Genos had gone north earlier. Interesting to note.
Yeah, Genos still knows where he is, though.
Oh.
So it's just a matter of getting the silver arrows or finding Zelda by happenstance.
Yeah, the suspense is broken, though, folks. White Sword is the White Sword item. Drakhatos opted to go over there and pick it up. Not a bad move, knowing that, or not knowing if Ganon's HP is shuffled or not. And Wood Sword Ganon is pretty difficult for most runners, so that'll help him out.
All right, and since we're to the point where we are with both runners going to be a 9 very soon once Drakhatos picks up his potion and heads up there. Quick rundown of the items in this seed. Level 1 had the boomerang and the wand. Level 2 had the recorder. Level 3 had the raft. Level 4 had the bow. Level 5 had the key. Level 6 had the ladder. Level 7 had the book. Level 8 with the red candle and the heart. The power bracelet and the white sword items were not shuffled. The regular boomerang was on the coast, and red ring and silvers are a 9. And 7 and 9 were just basing off of assumptions and statistics. And a lot of stairs, but still no items on Genos' side.
Yep, and he took a bad death there up in the northwest of the dungeon, and now is in the northeast. Not really the better at this point. Have to fight a Patra with a half heart. Definitely a tough situation to be in, but that wand is going to help him make quick work of this thing.
Well, any item would help him make quick work with 0 HP minis and main Patra, but surprised he's not using a potion at this point. He shouldn't need both charges for Ganon, so I would assume that he may use one if he's deeper into level 9.
And she goes, not happy with his choice of passages here, where these passages are spitting him out. There's 2 sets of passages on the east side there that just like set him up to just warp around the east side with no reward, just a bunch of Patras.
Patra's an old man, and that's actually the 3rd
wow.
either old
Life
or old man in the seed
yeah.
that Ategenos fell upon.
Wow, good thing he had that magic key all the way back from the beginning there, because that would have been either 6 keys or 3 hearts. Wow. You can always up A on that one, but nobody wants to up A, especially when you're that deep in level 9. So we're watching Drakhatos now. He's going up the right-hand side, finding a passage that Ategenos had already gone through that brought him to another passage, which brought him to another Patra, which brought him to a life or money room. So he's kind of like right on his heels right now.
The nice bubble clip across the pushing block that you hardly ever see. So right now, Ategenos has a little bit more of 9 explored. he has found where Ganon is, but both runners are still looking for one of two things: the silver arrows, or to stumble upon the kidnapped, I should say, by happenstance.
Yeah, neither of these runners know for sure if Zelda is required, or sorry, if Ganon is required for Zelda or not, or Zelda's just hanging out in a room. Oh, hey, what's up? Like, the door was unlocked. You could have left any time you wanted, princess. Yeah. Thanks for saving me, Link.
And we have Bresticle on Drakhatos' side, charging him 2 keys to continue.
Yep. Yeah, the one and only Pul's voice. Pul's voice.
Now, interesting that both runners just peeked in that patch of room and decided not to kill it when that could have very well dropped the compass. I would consider clearing out some of the rooms that I know could potentially have drops just in case, because compass could be a huge find right now.
We have a red ring find over on Ategenos' side. He was just one scream north of Ganon there. Found a bomb spot to Ganon, so he knows 2 ways into the piggy's room now as he is still looking for Silver Arrow. So don't mind his blue tunic. He really has the red ring. He just has shuffle other tunics on. Yeah, I totally agree, Zarnix. He says, as long as they both met and died, they got to be looking at the IRC, like waiting for one another to be not done. I know that's always the case for me when I'm racing. I'm always looking up, and they're like, even when someone joins, I can see the motion on the IRC. I'm like, oh no, someone finished.
Yeah. The biggest troll is when you're racing and someone comes in and types .time instead of .done.
Oh no!
Because then you see the dot, and then you see a time pop up too, and that's really creepy.
Yeah, that's the worst. Or someone pops in that's not even in the race, the type's .done. Just like, no. Man, the good old IRC trolls.
Speaking of trolls, this level 9 is still deciding to be one. And Ategenos has to be cringing inside every time one of those shutter doors opens.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, because if it doesn't open, that means for sure we know that Ganon is required. And if Ganon is required, he still has to find that silver arrow. Ooh, we have a compass pickup over on Drakhatos' side. Zelda is in the southwest corner there. Ategenos is just a few rooms away.
Yeah, he has been exploring a little bit of the southwest, but hasn't really found anything that leads him down there. So we'll see if he continues to explore down this way, or if something else leads him in the opposite.
There is a
direction.
shuttle room to the south of where Genos is right now, and it is Zelda's room. The door does not open. Silver arrows are required, and this is a race here, because if this is the silver arrows where Genos is, which it's not, Drakhatos is making his way over to that location right now. So he's going to be trying to find Zelda, but will end up running into silver arrows if they're in that direction. On the other hand, Genos is going the opposite direction towards where Drakhatos is. And this is just nuts. This is so close.
Genos has most of 9 explored by now, so he has to be getting fairly close to finding where these silvers are. I mean, looking at his map quickly, he only has about maybe 6 or 7 rooms that he has yet to explore.
That is crazy. He's gonna full clear level 9. He is like 5 rooms away from full clearing level.
We have Drakhatos in a reverse C right now, but it is just yet another passage. It seems like 9 has maybe about 50 passages and no items.
Too many passages.
No Unos, no one has gotten Silver Arrow yet.
Take
Except
that
Gina
back.
did now.
Take that back, because what do we have here? Beautiful pointy abject. Surprised that Genos isn't up A right now, knowing that Ganon's so close, but he is right in that general area as well. Wow, Silvers are right there in the middle. That's crazy. And they were accessible from multiple angles. He just happened to pass by him.
Hey, Drakhatos found Zelda. Except, well, he needs to kill Zelda, so he's gonna still go out exploring for the silver arrows, while Genos finds out that Ganon has 0 HP as well.
Yep, and that's gonna clinch it up right there. Drakhatos has to find silver arrows and kill Ganon, and then get to Zelda before Genos just makes his way over there. So that's gonna be it for the end of this one. Ategenos is gonna win with a very nice tournament time. But a heck of a race, all the way down to the end there. It all came down to who found the silver arrows first. Ategenos, having the advantage going into 9, was able to explore more, ran into the silver arrow room much earlier than Drakhatos did, which I believe he's in right now. Isn't it? No, it's a little bit more north than here. But yeah, he's in the general area at this point. So there it is. The clinch, the door, the princess save. Ategenos 4-0 in this tournament. Moving on as one of the top seeds in the single elimination bracket. Amazing job.
What's going on, guys?
Wait a second. Oh, what's up, Genos? Hey, we have Genos in the booth. How you doing, man? Congratulations on your win.
Thank you, sir. It had to be close. I played that pretty bad.
It was really, really close. Let me tell you. Like, you guys were neck and neck. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the ladder in 6. I'm just glad I had the thought of going back and checking the 2 left rooms in level 7, and glad I did not.
Yes. That level 7 though had blocks and passages that led to nowhere. It was just a big time consumer. But you and Drakhatos were both in that level 7 at the same exact time. He just ended up spending a little extra more time in it, and that's where the time difference actually came into play. Was you left 7 a little bit earlier than he did, explored it a little bit faster, and you were just one step ahead of him for the rest of the match.
Yeah, he's again, he is like the dark horse in my opinion. I've never seen him play before, and to go 3-0, and you know he's putting up a fantastic time. So good game to him either way.
Yeah, absolutely. That level 9 though, huh? How about that? You were like 2 rooms away from full clear.
2 rooms away from full clear, and silver arrows were 2 rooms from Ganon. That's always nice. Or 3 rooms from Ganon. It's like, seriously, I literally did a loop around the silver arrow room, which is great.
Yeah, and it was accessible from like 3 different rooms, 3 different ways. Like,
that's the story of my level 9s.
Yeah, that's a that happens. It was at one point where you both were having like an opposite direction convergence. Drakhatos had picked up the compass, and you had actually just ran into where Zelda's room was, and you were heading north, and he was heading from the north part of the dungeon westward. And I was like, if these silver arrows are up here in this corner, they both run into it at the same time. Like, we have a potential comeback, at this point. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. Drakhatos up 8, and you continued on and eventually found the silver arrows. He's still hunting for them.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's found the red ring either, which was a big deal.
That's super helpful, yeah, especially with Wizrobes and everything doing major damage.
Yeah, some of these rooms weren't very nice. That Patra death kind of frustrated me, but I don't think it really cost me anything because I don't think that room went anywhere. I was just kind of looking for the compass at that point and took a death. He should find the silver arrows here pretty quick.
Yeah, if anything, that death helped you. That whole east side of the dungeon was all Patras and passages that connected to each other.
Yeah, there's 3 rooms in a row that were Patras, that were staircases. I'm like, what is going on right now?
And then that money or life room, the third one of the seed. Wow.
Yeah, the third one.
Yep.
Pretty odd to run into all of those. That's pretty cool.
Couldn't believe it. But hey, what were your thoughts in the early game there, trying to hold on to the low hearts, right? You were going with the low heart strat, avoiding heart containers, and then you just kind of abandoned that after level 5. I think you picked up a heart.
I had no intention of keeping low hearts. I just didn't want to go out of my way for them, if that makes any sense, because I know against, when you're in the 3-0 bracket and you're against somebody like Drakhatos or Unos or you or anybody, every second counts. We've had races that are within seconds. If it's in my way, I'll grab it like the one in level 1, but I did kind of make a blunder in that I did not go get a candle earlier as I should. I kind of forgot that there's Ategenos caves where they should be and they have candles, so I had to kind of backtrack to go to level 8, which turned out to, I don't know, it didn't really have anything useful either. But maybe the recorder? I don't remember at this point. Let me look. No, red candle and heart container.
Yep.
Yeah.
Red candle, heart container. You could have skipped both of those, and you did skip one of them, the heart container.
I skipped the red candle too. I didn't grab it.
Right, I made note of that. You normally like to use the red candle, but it is a 0 HPC, and it's not necessarily a very helpful item on 0 HPC. It's nice to have, but you have other ranged weapons. You had the wand at that point. You really don't need the red.
Yeah, and I picked up the bloomer as well. I figured at that point I'd probably spent my extra staircase time on that instead of the red candle, so usually I'm a big proponent of grabbing it in 0 HP seeds because it can help clear out like the gels and the keys rooms a lot faster. But I think my biggest problem was toggling to whistle instead of the wand and using the whistle like 8 times this seed.
Yep, that did happen. I actually had your volume on most of the time, and every time you would whistle, it would be, like the screen would freeze for everyone. They wouldn't hear anything, but like I heard, and I knew it was a whistle freeze. So for everyone else, it was just stream delay. So don't worry, nobody knows. Your secret's safe with me. Oh wait, hi chat.
Yeah, red ring there for Drakhatos. That'll be nice. I think he's only got 1 potion left. Yeah, I mean, and again, this is why I started. I mean, you want to pick up hearts even in the 0 HP seed, especially when you know 9's going to be Wizrobes, right? And that's again my opinion. And I understand the value of a beam sword, but there are really nasty rooms in 9, and if you run into like a Blue Land Mola room or something like that, you don't want to take an instant death to running into Blue Land Molas from the left-hand side, which almost happened here, right there by Ganon, right? So, it's one of those things where, again, I wasn't purposely skipping them early. I just didn't have them directly in my way. And a couple of them were ladder blocked and some other things like that. I just didn't want to take the time to go unlock all of the Ategenos caves when I know, again, that Drakhatos has been just crushing people. It's a respect thing.
I would just like to note that I just realized that this entire match I have been referred to as a commentator on the stream. Nice. Thank you very much. Big shout outs to our Resherber Unos XX for tater sizing me and letting me do some commentary over here on this fabulous channel. Big shout outs to Ategenos and Drakhatos. Make sure to follow these guys and follow everyone. Follow everyone. Everyone that you see in chat, click on their name and follow them because it doesn't hurt to follow.
Dude, he's doing the same thing I did. It's frustrating. It's like, it's right there, but
it's
how do I get there? And there's 4 ways into the damn room.
It is, yeah. You just have to, I guess, just push at it. You just gotta push on it. Like, it's right there, literally right there.
My other great mistake that I did not do was bomb into Ganon's room right here and check it. which didn't end up mattering because I knew how to get there from the silver arrows. But if he knew that, he could shortcut straight through Ganon's room and up and be right there.
Yeah.
But it's not too far going this way either.
I think right
If you'll
where he
just go
was,
up, he's
north.
right there.
Yeah, north. Just check your map. That's all you have to do is check your map. He doesn't have that room on his map. Everything else he's checked except for the room that's in the southwest corner, which is Zelda's room. And it looks like one room to the north. But yeah, all he has to do is just go north from that room. And that's where the silver arrows are. Ganon 2 screens to the south. Zelda just a few more screens over. So
Yeah, very compact 9, and unfortunately we both played it very wrong. If he had a better 9, he could have had a chance to win this for sure.
oh, absolutely. If Ganon wasn't required, you actually still would have had it because he got compass a little bit later and didn't make his way over there till after you had already found that room, but not too much after. So even with the advent of Ganon being required, it wasn't a big deal. You still had the generous lead coming into this dungeon and held it strong throughout the whole time.
And it looks like that room down there is blocked by Zelda's room. That's interesting. Yeah, I would have gone without the bow if it wasn't in 4. So that would have cost me the race.
We were making hyperbole about what what was going to happen, and I believe it was ladder was going to be in level 4 after you had gotten the rafts from deep in levels. I don't remember exactly, but silver arrows were going to be the white sword item at the end.
Oh yeah. It didn't even click for me to go check that, which was really bad on my part. I was actually thinking at the end of the scene, I wonder where the white sword item was. Yeah.
Yep.
You
it was white sword.
Go mode and don't think about it.
Luckily, it was white sword, because if it was silver arrows, you would.
I would have been back checking level 7.
Oh, we would have done 7 over going checking the white sword cave because you forgot about it, huh? Wow.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yep, that's so much to keep track of in these randomizer races. Every single seed, that it's so easy to overlook one minor detail like that, and I'm glad that it didn't bite you in the butt. But it would have made for some really quality entertainment, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. 0 HP Ganon was nice also, having the wood sword. Red ring and a potion wouldn't have made it too difficult anyways, but it's just that time-consuming factor. Especially in a dark room and an odd pattern, it can be really frustrating sometimes.
All right, so we have a Zelda destroy on Drakhatos' side now, and he is almost done. He just has to make his way over west a few rooms, and he'll be finishing up here. So really good job by Drakhatos. Not too far behind, just about, what was it, almost 11-minute difference. So it wasn't an 11-minute difference when he first entered level 9. I think it went from like a 2 or 3 minute difference to like a higher amount now, just because of the location.
Room.
It's crazy that you both had trouble with that silver arrow room that was so accessible the entire time, just because of the routing that you guys use. It's more of like a standardized common sense routing. To find those silver arrows, you had to go something against common sense.
Very much so. Did Drakhatos find the item in 7? Did he take the time to do that, or was it ladder blocked?
It was, I believe, ladder blocked.
It was ladder blocked.
Yep.
And there should have been the boomerang, right?
No, boomerang was coast item.
Book
was in 7.
Right.
Yep. So Drakhatos finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 4 seconds. Congratulations. Let's see if we can get him in here for some post-race commentary. I love that accent.
Yeah, I'd have been heart sunk if I'd seen the book in 7, so I'm glad I didn't see that.
There he is. Drakhatos, how are you doing?
Well,
Good game,
after
sir.
sightseeing in level 9, quite good.
You and I did the exact same thing. I went around the silver arrow room probably twice before making my way into it.
There he is.
Yeah, and
Drakhatos, how are you
so
doing?
many staircases at the beginning, so was sure to find the arrow soon, but yeah, not like that.
But yeah, good game. I guess we were extremely close going into level 9, so I was pretty worried. Yeah, I had level 6 was the last place I went that I could access, and that's where the ladder was, and I was like, oh man, if he went to 6 first, I am screwed.
Yeah, I was later there as well, but it was okay until level 9.
Yeah, I full cleared level 9 other than one room in the top left and the rooms that were next to Zelda.
Yeah, I think I left 2 rooms as well. So sightseeing at its best.
Yeah, the scenic tour for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely crazy. It was crazy close for the almost the entire match. I think you did level 8 while Genos did level 5, and then you flip flopped, and Genos did level 8 while you did level 5, and you guys were neck and neck going into level 7. And Genos just pulled up slightly ahead, leaving 7, went through 6, and I believe he was just like 10 or 15 rooms ahead at the end there. While he was in 9 and then you were entering 9, so it was definitely a close race all the way up until the end there. But yeah, that level 9, that's not a fun one. What we were saying was the silver arrows were just not in an intuitive spot. They was just like dead center in the middle there with many ways to access it. But why would you check that one room when you have all the other rooms checked? You know, it's really really difficult in that situation.
Yeah, that's level 9 for us.
Yeah, I don't know that I've had. It's been a long time since I've had a non-full clear level 9, so or pretty close to it. I think every race that I've had, I've pretty much done at least 3/4 of the level. So it's just one of those things that I end up with, and I don't know if it's just due to my routing or what. I mean, I started off with the let's go up, 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 and then I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
well,
same.
well, and here's the funny thing, right? In an earlier dungeon, we ran into Ganon's room, and right above it was
Yes,
Zelda's room.
Zelda's room, yes.
That was great. Like you can't like the chances of that are so astronomically low.
Yep. Yeah, we noted that too. It was I was like, wait, did they just copy and paste part of level 9's layout into 7? Did it get like overwritten in that situation? But no, that's just like you said, a very, very, very low chance of that actually occurring. But I think it's been seen before, just definitely not in a tournament like this.
Yeah, and like I forgot that I'd seen Zelda's room until I got to the very top, and I take the staircase, and it pops me back down, and I'm like, here we go, level 9 staircases at its best. And then I go all the way back up there, and there's no way out of the northeast because it's bomb blocked everywhere. So like, okay, well,
and
let's find some other way.
From the staircases was connected to each other, so you didn't came to the left part at all.
Yeah, and like there were three staircases in a row that were all patches, and I'm like, what is this game doing?
It was doing what it does best.
Yeah, level 9. But either way, good game. I was extremely nervous going into this matchup because
same. But
again,
good game.
Yeah, you've proven to be quite the foe. So luckily, I think according to Swiss, I can't get you very easily. I don't know if Jam could probably correct me in the next round. I hope not, but maybe I can because you're not one of the people that I want to raise for sure.
No. I believe you'll be much higher seeded than all the other people that are playing in from the 2 to 2 win bracket. So it's very, very unlikely. I can't say it's a guarantee because I don't know exactly how it's going to play out that you guys won't see each other in round 1, but it should not happen. And if it does, we'll make some sort of adjustment. I don't think that should be a thing.
I prefer it now because if I meet him later, I could end up in the blackout seats and that would kill me.
Yeah, next round, man, is going to be fantastic to do all around.
Yep, it's inevitable. You've made it this far. You're advancing into the second stage of this tournament. And yep, definitely going to have to study up your blackouts and swordless and all that good stuff. So good luck.
What I didn't expect it all to be that high, but well, I got that far.
Yeah, again, I'm super impressed with you, man. Again, I haven't seen you play, and you've done exceptionally well. Especially, you beat Unos in a seed that is one of Unos's better flag sets and some things like that. So you again have proven that you're extremely good at this. So good luck to whoever pulls you in the next elimination round because they only get one shot.
Also to you, good luck with the next round, and whoever will be seated with you.
I'll probably get Saver or something and just go cry in a corner.
So he's already 9. You lost.
Yeah, he's already in 9, but fortunately, somehow Fred made it so Zelda's in 7, and I'm okay. I don't know.
soon, one day. We'll see. We'll see.
Thank you to Unos and to Jam and Crimson for restreaming and, of course, commentatoring, as it is so eloquently put. And
I'm a potato.
Yeah, and thanks for picking this up. I know the afternoon races are difficult sometimes, so again, thank you very much.
Blame Germany.
Blame no. Why?
I'm not blaming Germany.
Yeah, for what?
For these time changes, but yeah, thank you for the restream and everything, and follow everyone because everyone here is awesome.
Yes, thank you very much to both of you. Amazing job, and I look forward to seeing your guys' next individual matches coming up in the next part. But for that, I have nothing more. Thank you again, Unos, for the excellent restream, picking it up last minute. Very professional job. Amazing. A+, 100%. And I will see you guys later, because I got dogs going crazy. Until next time, everyone. Have a great day.
Well, Jim,